Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 Paws and Claws update. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're gonna try to get as many pets as we can with the Apprentice. So the Apprentice is a character I think benefits a lot from having the pets exist. Because this character gets all of the damage types as you level up, we can use any of the pets that we see. So we're gonna benefit a lot from having those just in the pool to increase our damage output. We're going to use slingshots, which I think is generally the easiest way to play this character. Very strong weapon, gives us HP to offset our HP loss, and slingshot mostly just wants you to get flat-ranged damage in order to scale it, since it fires multiple times with every shot, so you sort of double all of the damage that you get. And the Apprentice just gets that for free, so very synergistic weapon here. And having a powerful weapon like this should put us in the best position to be able to get as many pets as we can. So here I'm going to roll for harvesting, and I'll roll again, and I'll roll one more time, and we'll take 5 harvesting here, and I don't really need to buy any damage. I think we are, again, going to save our bands for level 2 to make pets show up more frequently. So I'm going to use my bands on level 2 items. I'm going to roll here and roll again. We'll definitely lock the coffee. Okay, we're not finding any slingshots. There we go. Only finding 2 there is very, very unlucky, but that's okay. Slingshot is a primitive weapon, so you're a little less likely to find it than other weapons, since there's a bunch of other ones that you can roll. But only finding 2 is definitely on the low side. Easy to recover from that, though, hopefully. This character gets a ton of economy because you don't have to buy damage, so you just get that for free. We'll take Corrupted Shard, and then here I'm going to roll again for more harvesting. Roll one more time. I missed twice here, so let's just take 5 luck, because it's an economy stat. We'll buy a slingshot, we'll roll, I'll lock a weird food, a very powerful healing item, and then we'll roll a few more times. Okay, a little disappointing, actually, to find the level 2 slingshot, because it means that we can't buy the slingshot right away, but I will just buy the coffee here and go to the next wave. We'll be able to buy the level 2 slingshot and hopefully find at least one more. And if we get a level 2 and a level 1 in the next shop, then we'll have found 6 total weapon levels, so it will be sort of like we found the normal number of slingshots. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill the loot alien. It didn't cost me anything to try, really, because we have bouncing shots, so they're going to bounce off the loot alien and hit other stuff, so it's fine. Here we're going to roll, and I'll take 6 max HP. As the Apprentice, if you get a good max HP level up, you should almost always take it. And then we'll buy the slingshot, and I'm going to re-roll. I'll definitely lock a scared sausage. We have bouncing shots from our weapons, so it's going to set things on fire. And as the Apprentice, we get elemental damage for free. And then we were able to lock another slingshot. It doesn't cost you anything to have items locked there when re-rolling, by the way, because we're just looking for a weapon, and we're guaranteed to see at least one weapon in the shop, so it doesn't increase the likelihood of finding a weapon by anything meaningful to not lock an item. That's a question that I get sometimes on those early shops. Try to kill this curse alien. Nice, we got both of them. That's great. Obviously leaving a lot of materials on the ground, but that's okay. We'll take 8 harvesting here, and then I'm going to roll. And I have negative movement speed, so let's just take 9 movement speed and fix that. We'll go ahead and buy all of these items and take a reroll here and another one. Baby Gecko is exactly what we're looking for in terms of material pickup, because we're leaving materials on the ground. We'll lock a snake as well, because we have scared sausage, so that can be pretty good. Duct tape, unfortunately, we can't really use, because it costs me 2 HP, which is at a premium for this character. So even though that's an item I would normally buy, since the armor is so good, if for the Apprentice in particular, you usually shouldn't buy minus HP items. Though using a primitive weapon does make that a little less true. You see, the Scared Sausage is putting in work because we're getting all the elemental damage for it for free. Almost walked into 2 projectiles there and died instantly, by the way. I came very close to that. Made 200 materials this wave. That's amazing. We'll take a Scar here, and then I'll take 6 more maximum health, another Scar, level 2 Slingshot. So now we've more or less caught up in terms of weapon levels, and finding this extra Slingshot just completely fixes our weapon levels, so we're at where a normal character would be, even though we were a little unlucky in the first shop. Something that I think people sometimes get in trouble with this game, or get in their heads about with this game, is if you get just a little bit unlucky in an early shop, it's fine. You can easily recover from bad luck in these early shops. You do not have to have perfect rolls to win this game. And in fact, I think most of the time, it's more fun when you don't have perfect rolls and have to kind of recover from a bad situation. I would definitely like to pick up some lifesteal. That's obviously how we're going to try to heal with slingshots as our weapon. Got another curse alien kill. We've built a lot of curse already. Here, I'm going to take the 8 harvesting just to get to 21 harvesting, and then I'll pick up 2 armor as well. And we'll buy the lumberjack shirt. That will let my slingshots kill everything for free. Injection, similar to the duct tape. Normally I would buy it, but not for this character. We also don't need to buy charcoal, even though, you know, we have Scared Sausage and whatever, but we're getting elemental damage for free. We don't need to buy it. Piggy Bank this early is reasonably powerful. It's also another level 2 item out of the pool. So I could take the Piggy Bank. I think I will, and I'm going to build around it. So we're just going to lock these items, and we'll be able to build up a pretty big bank with the Piggy Bank. With a character like Apprentice, where all of your damage is free, you don't need to buy items in the mid-game the same way that other characters do. So this character can use Piggy Bank much more effectively than most. So on most characters, I would not have bought Piggy Bank for 70 there, because it just takes too long to pay off, since you still have to buy other stuff to get strong and help with your wave clear. But our wave clear is going to be effectively free, because every time we level, and we also have double Scar, so we're leveling more often, we get extra damage. So we don't have to worry about buying wave clear items. Here I am going to just take 9 more maximum health, and then we'll pick up 3 more armor, and then the boiling water I'm going to pass on, and then I think I'm just going to get maximum greedy here, and we'll just go for Piggy Bank immediately. Once I have about 500 materials and the Piggy Bank is giving me 100 every wave, is when we'll start buying more items again. Usually I like to just float a bank of about 500 for a Piggy Bank, because it helps it pay itself off really quickly and start turning a profit very fast as well. So on a character like this that's really strong and can get away with that, Piggy Bank just lets you buy way more items much sooner than you would otherwise. So we've got 700, so I'll buy 200 worth of items in this shop, and we'll buy the eye patch. Gonna buy both of these. The alien tongue, I'm gonna pass on it, and I guess I'm gonna ban it just for the free reroll here, because we would rather use baby geckos for our pickup radius, and then we can reroll. We'll lock a weird ghost. I'll do another reroll as well. Actually, do I want the sniper gun? So we're using slingshots, but sniper gun is a lot of damage. Now, it does scale off of range, which we're not really building. But I think that this could actually be pretty good. So I'll lock the sniper gun. I'll throw in one more reroll here just to see if we can find a pet, since that is, of course, what we're trying to do. Then we'll go to the next wave. So now we've got our bank of 500, and everything else from here on out is pure profit. Sniper gun, even though the pellets won't do that much damage, because we're probably still not going to buy range just for the one weapon. If we get more sniper guns, we might start building range to scale their damage, but it's fine to just scale it with ranged damage. But even though those pellets won't do that much damage, they will help set everything on fire because we have scared sausage, so we're going to get a lot of value out of the splash from those as well. And we made a little over 500 this wave. I guess I'll take a snake here, and we'll roll, and I'll pick up 15 luck, and then I think just 2 more armor here. Getting to 7 armor definitely helps us quite a bit. Here, I'm going to combine. We'll buy a sniper gun. We'll buy a weird ghost. Now, this is pretty dangerous. I don't have any healing, really. So I can't buy the candy bag this wave for that reason, because if an elite spawns, we might die immediately, but I will lock because we have the weird ghost. So I am going to give up 8 stats this wave, which hurts a lot. 8 stats is so good. But we'll buy the candy bag for next wave. And then this wave, I think what'll help us the most is actually the Blazemander. Although, I'll lock community support, we'll buy a slingshot upgrade, and then we'll save our 500 here. So the Blazemander is doing pretty well for us, because it scales off our elemental damage. So it's doing a lot of AoE. How have we not dropped a single consumable heal yet, also? I don't know what the odds of that are, given the amount of luck we have and everything, but it's gotta be quite low. I'm actually getting kind of nervous, because it's very rare that you get to the end of a weird ghost wave, and still haven't healed at all. Okay, now we're able to take a hit, because we found a couple consumable heals. Playing that whole wave at 1 HP was not actually what I bargained for when I bought the weird ghost. So here I could take lifesteal, and I probably should. I do need some just passive healing, and then we'll roll, and roll again, and I'll take 12% damage. My percent damage is negative, so I do want to fix that. I do believe I can afford to buy the candy bag now, and I'll buy the pearl as well. We'll take community support, and even though we're building ranged damage for free, lens with a free reroll attached is a pretty efficient ranged damage upgrade. Okay, nice. I'm very happy about these. I think I will buy the butterfly, actually. No, let's just keep getting greedy with our fishhook. We'll lock these 2, and we'll roll, and then we'll buy, or with our fishhook, our piggy bank. We'll buy corrupted shard. Wings does cost me 2 elemental damage, which I am trying to build. The nail I'm buying, of course, it costs me range damage, but we scale engineering for free as the apprentice. We also will be getting random stats with the candy bag, so stuff like nail is really good. I'll take the wings as well. I think I do want more movement speed. So obviously, we are in some danger. If we get a double elite next wave, then we're going to have a hard time fighting that. Our damage, I don't think, is quite high enough to kill elite. With slingshot, you typically are not great at killing elites because your damage is all spread out. And I don't yet have enough lifesteal to be able to comfortably heal quickly. Though, when there's an elite that we can lifesteal off of, it'll be a little easier, but if there's 2, it'll just be more difficult to stay alive. So we'll see. If the candy bag kills me, I think that would be the first time that it will have happened, which would be fun in and of itself. Mushroom, I think I will take this. It's 15 for 2 regeneration effectively, so that does seem worth it. Peaceful Bee, I am going to recycle. I don't want to reduce my ranged damage. And Bag, of course, we'll take. And a free Pearl is a nice find. 4% more damage there. Here, I'm going to, I think, just take the lifesteal. The ranged damage is very tempting as well to try to kill the elite faster. But the lifesteal, I think, is going to help us survive more. And we'll definitely take Tyler. It scales with both of our damage types. Wandering Bot, I don't think is worth buying for this character. And Starfish, I will take, but I'm not going to buy it this wave because I don't want to increase the damage that the elite does to us. I probably should, because we're going into an elite wave, we might get double deletes. I'm going to go off the piggy bank now, so we'll buy the Tyler. I'll leave the Starfish locked, and I'll roll here. All right, I'll buy Crown, and I'll roll again. Snowball, we're rarely going to buy elemental damage items, so I'm going to ban that, and I'll roll here. Buy a Slingshot upgrade, and roll again. And then this is what I was hoping for, is a Whetstone or something like that. That'll help us survive much more easily. We'll lock the Spyglass as well. Okay, so obviously I walked into those 2 attacks immediately for no reason at all. And then again. So that's going to make fighting this elite a lot harder because my movement was so bad at the beginning of this wave. I have a kind of awkward amount of move speed where it's hard not to just walk into every one of the elite's attacks. This elite, you usually want to spiral around it, but I managed to position myself in such a way as to make that very difficult to do. So I'm glad we didn't get the double delete spawn because I messed up this fight so badly, but it looks like we'll still be able to kill the elite and should survive, even though I messed up the fight again there. All right, we did it. Yeah, I'll take the Tentacle. Crit chance is good. We'll definitely take Medkit. That is going to be a lot of extra healing. Coil, unfortunately, doesn't do anything for us because I have negative knockback, so I'm going to recycle it. And I am going to take 9 more speed so that sort of thing doesn't happen again. We'll take the Tardigrade. On the Apprentice, Tardigrade is pretty good because it's such a high proportion of your health. And then I'll do some rerolls. Okay, we got got another pet. The bottom mine should help us kill stuff much faster. The question is, do I want the Slingshot, Scar, and Turret before I want the bottom mine? And I think the answer is yes. Because that just gives us the economy items sooner. And then we'll go straight to the next wave here. Alright, we did not get an elite spawn. So I do need, because we have the candy bag, I need to be careful about my positioning at the start of these waves, even on waves that don't normally have an elite. So the Blazemander should be doing very well for us. We have, even though I've reduced my elemental damage quite a bit, it just adds a little bit of extra damage to everything, which just makes it die so much faster. So even though its actual sort of on paper damage isn't going to be high, the break point that it gives us, where we kill things in fewer hits from our slingshots, are actually really powerful and really important. And sometimes I think people get a little too carried away with looking at the stats and don't look at the effect on the actual field. We'll take the Tyler here for sure, and then I think I'm going to take more attack speed, and then I need more max HP as well. Baby Squid for this character I think is fine. We have a lot of regeneration, so we'll buy the Baby Squid, we'll buy the Bottom Mine, we'll buy the Dock Moth, we'll roll here. roll again, and I'll take a slingshot as well. Crystal is going to be really good also, and let's re-roll one more time, and we'll definitely buy the bat also. So now my healing is really good, now that we've got a baby squid, so we're going to get more regeneration. We've got more lifesteal as well. Also, I can stay in the Dock Moth aura if I want to, and get doubled healing and regen. Lifesteal and regen. So that'll be very useful in waves where we're taking a little bit more damage. So the piggy bank ended up really good this game, even though we're no longer greeting with it, because it gave us just a bunch of extra materials and like 500 or something. So it was really good there. And then we were able to swap out of it when we got the candy bag, because I needed the extra strength immediately, just in case we got an extra elite. But piggy bank isn't something you don't have to get stuck just using piggy bank forever. You can stop using it when it no longer makes sense for the run. I'll take a bean teacher here as well for sure. We'll buy the sad tomato also and go to the next wave. Alright, still only one elite this wave. That's probably still good for us. We don't quite have the damage yet to make it really easy to kill 2 elites, but the bottom line is helping out a lot, because it's going to help us by following the elite around and just putting more damage on it constantly. The Blazemander was ignoring the elite there. That's funny. I'm still learning the movement pattern for all the pets. You know, I want to learn how their behaviors work so we can more accurately predict what they're going to do and make use of them better. So, for example, the bot moth, we know just circles around the map. It has a set path, and it just follows that. Lucky coin, -2 armor for 12 luck, and crit chance is fine on this character, but not something I'm really going to prioritize. I think I'm just going to recycle the lucky coin here. Feels a little sad to do that. Here I will just take 3 damage, and then not building dodge really. Gonna reroll here. Yeah, I was hoping for some maximum HP, which we got. All right, Barnacle, another good economy stat. We don't want the blood donation because we have a tardigrade and we have both a tardigrade and we have a crystal, so we would lose the bonus of both of those. I will take the improved tools. It works with our bottom line for our extra attack speed. Weird Ghost I will take, and Baby Gecko will take. Plastic Explosive I think we can pass on, but Rip and Tear, another really nice one for the Apprentice, since we've got all this melee damage that's not doing anything. Suddenly the Rip and Tear lets it do stuff. Saltwater, I will... I think I will lock it, and then we'll ban it. We'll just buy the other 3 here. I haven't used my bans that much. I was going to use them on level 2 items, but we've only found level 2 items that we wanted to buy. Which is, I guess, one of the fun things about there being these 3 level 2 pets, is they just add more items that you want to buy on this type of character at level 2. Which does make banning level 2 more impactful, because it's going to increase the average quality of your items more when there's more good items available. But also makes it less likely to actually happen, because you're more likely to just roll a good level 2 item and not use a ban at all. Trying to focus on killing these curse aliens so we can get some additional curse here. Yeah, we'll take a medical turret, and we'll definitely take a free pearl here. 27 attack speed is exactly the kind of thing that we want. With this much regeneration and lifesteal, and we have a bot moth, even if we get 2 elites, I think we should be fine with the weird ghost. I will ban the saltwater. We'll take our free reroll. Catling gun, this is exactly, again, what we're looking for. Something that can help us just kill the bosses so much faster. Boxing glove, I think we can pass on. Let's roll here. I think I want all of these items, though. So, a bunch of level 2 items that we're going to buy and not ban. But we get to upgrade our slingshots, at least. So I need to be careful. I'm going to run to my bot moth in case we got double elite spawns. And we did, indeed, get double elite spawns. We should have the damage to kill these pretty easily, though. Assuming that I don't take a ton of damage. I did position kind of badly there. I moved to where I couldn't use the bot moth healing. So I need to really follow this thing around. Try to kill the low health elite as well. Okay, we got it. I do like that having all of these pets. Like we want to be in the bot moth aura. We want to be near the cat so that it gets mad and shoots the boss for more damage. You can see it did a lot of damage there when I buffed it. I like that they've added more things to care about with your positioning. So you don't have to just walk in a spiral looking for trees, which is what you spend most of your time doing in this game a lot of the time. Okay, we'll definitely take Ugly Tooth. We don't have any dodge, so I have to recycle Retromation's hoodie. Wolf Helmet we'll take for sure. Elemental damage is a big part of our plan. Now, this cost me 5 engineering, which is 1 damage on each of our weapons from the nail, but that's okay. Here, I'm going to take 5 armor, and then we'll take 16 maximum health. And now we have a reasonable amount of max health and a lot of armor, which is great. Go ahead and buy all of these and take our reroll. Obliterator should be worth buying as well for this character. Killing bosses quickly is something that we're definitely interested in improving at. So we're going to buy the Obliterator here. And then I'll roll again, and we'll buy a slingshot. Level our slingshots as well. If you're worried that you're going to have trouble killing bosses, and when you have Candy Bag, that's usually what you should be worried about, and almost nothing else is, what if we get an elite spawn on the boss wave? Will we be able to kill 3 of them fast enough? Then Obliterator is always going to be a good buy, because it just does tons of damage to single targets. It's by far the highest DPS weapon in the game by default. The reason that it doesn't... The reason that it's kind of a medium weapon in general is that it doesn't help with anything other than killing bosses, because it's usually just going to miss every other enemy, because the projectile travels so slowly and it shoots so infrequently. But if killing bosses is your aim, and for this character it definitely is, then it's a great pick. Oh, I should have banned the coral there. I didn't consider that at all. I'll take 21% damage, but yeah, banning the coral could have helped us get more pets, possibly. I'll ban Wheelbarrow at this point. We'll buy the Slingshot. We'll upgrade our Slingshots, buy the Obliterator. We're going into Wave 19. I'm just going to use my ban here to get a free reroll, because clearly we're not going to use it. And Tardigrade will be good. Gentle Alien... It won't pay for itself, but it's just 5% damage and 2 max HP, so it's still going to be great for us. And then I'll do a couple more rerolls here. Diploma and Bag won't really do anything, but Medkit will on the last wave, so we'll definitely take that. Any elite spawns? Dang. I was really hoping to get an extra Candy Bag elite there. Another level 4 item would have been really nice. Also, this is a run where Hourglass would be an amazing find, because we're so strong and we have so much healing. So we would just get even stronger if we got an Hourglass, and Candy Bag Elite spawns are one of the easiest ways to get those, because you get the guaranteed level 4 item. Also, with double Tardigrade, we'll be perfectly safe, even if we are at 1 health for the hourglass wave. So, left a lot of materials on the ground there. Sure, I'll take a cursed landmine. I will pick up 20 luck, because we have a bunch of pearls, so it works well there. And here, I think the 4 range damage is going to help more than the attack speed or percent damage. Actually, no, I guess the percent damage is worth more. I didn't really do the math there, but I was just kind of guessing. Do I want any of these? I don't think we care that much about any of them right now. I'm just rolling for stuff that's kind of fun. And here, I guess I'll just take a cursed medkit, because we're going to end up with so much regeneration at the end of this wave. Got another Blazemander that we could have picked up. The stone skin would have been incredible, and obviously the more pearls, the better. But let's go see if we can kill the bosses here. So I'm going to run over to the cat. And with the cat and the landmine, we're going to try to focus down the bosses a little faster. Lost both of my tardigrades there. Always going to take that hit. Let's back off to our moth, and we can heal up a little bit. And then we'll just focus down the whale boss, which can't possibly hurt me, because, I mean, look at how much healing we're getting. I'm actually just going to walk into the bosses on purpose. And you can see just how much we were healing there. There was just nothing they could do. With triple medkit and the Dock Moth, we were just fully invincible. Alright, let's take a look at our items. So we got 525 materials from Bag, 25k damage from Scared Sausage, but it often dealt enough damage to make it take 1 fewer attack to kill stuff, so this ended up working out very well. We got 440 from the Piggy Bank, so this was a great Piggy Bank usage. It helped us springboard until we got an economy item that we wanted to invest in more, and then we took the candy bag. 25k damage from the Blazemander. The pearls were pretty good. They were 6 damage each, and we got actually a lot of free pearls. We got 21k from the Tyler and 60 harvesting off of Crown, and 103 saved from Spyglass, so not amazing. It didn't pay off really, but it was fine, I think. And Bottom Mine dealt 20k damage and dropped 90 landmines, which is great as well. So I'm not sure if this counts, if the stat here counts only the damage from it attacking, or if it counts the landmine damage as well. Our cursed landmines that we got at the end dealt 6k damage, so I think it's counting the bottom mine damage on the landmine item, not on the bottom mine item, or maybe on both. I'm curious if anybody knows exactly how the stat tracking for that works. Obviously, improved tools is great when we have this structure and helps the bot shoot faster. The Rip and Tear dealt 5.5k. The Catling guns did great, 18k damage, and we got them right at the end there. Treasure map was useless, because it gave us nothing. Sad about that, but we didn't get that many crates. Alright, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this run with the Apprentice. This is a character that I think really does benefit from the existence of the pets. The Blazemander did like a lot of work for us and helped in the mid-game a lot. And the fact that we can just buy any of them for value is really nice. It's sort of like getting like a 7th, 8th, 9th weapon, especially the Catling gun if that shows up, is basically just like having an extra high-level submachine gun that your character is using. So really powerful when you can make use of the stats that scale these items. As always, of course, if you've enjoyed the video, then feel free to hit like and leave a comment. It helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.